situation in a long time.
You know, in the SEC, you never underestimate an opponent. That team's a good team. They put some good swings on the ball today, and we just had to do our job and keep getting going and keep throwing strikes, getting guys out.
It's the mindset of a bullpen when the starter leaves in the second inning and you know you've got a long night ahead.
Well, we never know how our guys are gonna do. They're gonna throw strikes and get people out. But in that situation, you got adrenaline going. You're just out there ready to compete and just get strikes and get people out. You never know when you're gonna be called, so we're always ready to go.
What do you think it says about the pitching staff that Burns has an off night and you all can combine 6, 7, 8 guys, whatever it was, for 7 innings and still get the job done?
I mean, it's really good that we can do that. And we had, like you said, 6, 7, 8 guys come in and pump strikes and get outs, and it just shows that our pitching staff's here and ready to compete at all game and every game we play.
Seems like you're often the guy in those moments with runners on to come in. Why do you think you strive there?
Well, like I said, I really come in pumping strikes, and I developed a new pitch that my buddy Ethan Roberts has taught me. He's with the Cubs, so I just come in and I throw strikes, and it seems to get the job done right now. So I'll do whatever they hand me, though. So.
How pleased were you with the way you were able to get out of a couple of jams there when you were in?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun being in those situations. I love the adrenaline. I love coming in and being in a tough situation because you have nothing to lose. Just go out there and do what you can and get guys out. So it's a lot of fun.
Was a game like tonight good for you guys? Things have kind of came a little bit easier for you. Really?
I would say yes, 100%, because we need to be like, hey, we're down early. Let's scrap to get hits and get runners over and move runners and play small ball a little bit, because it shows that we're a good team. We can do it all. We can come back from anything.
Well, what was the vibe like when y'all were down 2-0 there?
Honestly, the dugout was sometimes quiet, but also we were still in the game. We're all really locked into the game. We're Tennessee baseball. We're known to be, rambunctious in the dugout and get people going and stay up in the dugout. But I would say the vibes were a little bit down until we started putting some runs on the board.
It seemed like maybe Christian Scott a couple times really kind of gave a big bump to the team there. It seemed like maybe when he extended that single into a double and got everybody going, it seemed like that really kicked
definitely. I told him in the locker room I went in there because he was kind of taking a breather, like, wow, I just did that. He did put a really good swing on the ball, and he was on the hunt for the next base. I know Evan put a really good swing on the ball before that too, a line out, I think, the center. And it just shows that we're starting to hit the ball around late in the innings too.
What did you see from Chase Burns? I think this is maybe the first night all year he's kind of looked like a freshman out there.
I wouldn't say he looked like a freshman. I think he was just – there's a lot of things that go on to being a pitcher, and I mean, the dude's really good. He's a big league pitcher out on the mound. He's got really good stuff. I just think that sometimes – I mean, the weather obviously wasn't great, but sometimes that affects people in the back of their mind more than you think, and he just – I guess there was a little bit nervous in today's game.
Both. You got it.
Well, it seems like a lot of the times the bullpen is feeding off the offense, and tonight it was kind of vice versa. Just what does that mean for you guys out there in the pen?
I think knowing that we were down in the game and still be able to get guys out, it gives our hitters a lot more comfortable because we know that the pitchers are getting outs and keeping us in the game. So it lets the hitters be a little bit loose at the plate, I think. So that's really big for us.
Both Jordan and Evan have talked about that pitch you added. Just what exactly is that, and how has that kind of changed your repertoire?
I call it a cutter mainly because if I don't, I will baby it and I won't throw it and it won't move the right way. So it's more of a slider, I would say. Sometimes it's a shorter slider, which is like a cutter. But like I said, my buddy that's on the big leagues with his name's Ethan Roberts with the Cubs. He taught me that pitch in the off season, and I really just started really throwing it and really being comfortable with it in any count.
How does that work off the rest of your arsenal?
Well, my heater goes the opposite way. It runs away. So I think I'm throwing from the same arm slot. So I think a ball that just moves to the right from my arm slot is really going to mess with hitters.
I think you can get that thing to move the way Ethan does is when he throws that pitch in. He's sort of a pitching all-star when he throws that pitch.
Yeah, well, see, he's actually he's got a natural cut to his fastball. That's why his cut is really good because his wrist position is already this way, so his ball naturally cuts. But I don't know if mine will ever be like that because the way he spins the ball is literally insane.
Hey, Will, your buddies in the pen have had a lot of hot takes on it over the course of the year. What's your favorite flavor sunflower seeds, man?
Oh, man. Dill pickle.
Dill pickle?
I bet you guys heard that a lot. Because that's my favorite.
It has been, man. I think that's the favorite in the pen, dude.
Well, I think it has the most flavor, the most, it hits you in the mouth, it kicks, you know what I'm saying?
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that, bud.
What's going through your mind when Trayce shot in the fifth is being reviewed?
I was in the pen doing arm care, and I was like, that ball's definitely gone. I don't know what actually happened, but I think it hit the guy's glove and went over or something, or how did that?
I think like a fan tap.
A fan tapped it or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I was just ready. I was hoping for a home run. Obviously, it gets us going a little bit there, so it was huge for us.
Speaking of reviews, there were a lot of close plays, a lot of review. how does that go mindset, especially when you guys are down?
Well, I mean, obviously we're going to challenge things that we want and get. Like that play at home, I thought he was out for sure, but I looked at it again in the hallway and he slipped his finger in there. But those are just big turning points for the games that we just want to get, a call return.
From Coach V, was there a thought process with how many pitchers were coming in tonight? Was it more about keeping pitchers fresh, or was it more about extending the game, knowing that you guys could outlast their bullpen, trying to get their arms cold?
I would say the biggest thing, we got a lot of guys in situations that we haven't been in before, even on offensively too. So I think using a bunch of pitchers just keep us ready for this whole weekend, and we all are quick to get out of the game. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Thanks, Will.